I don't know how many of you grew up playing video games, but once you realize that making money with AI inside of your business is eerily similar to a video game, then everything changes. Because just like in video games, in real life and in business, there are different levels, different challenges, and different tools. And the brutal truth about all of this is that some people are just wandering around aimlessly while others are running laps. And research shows that 95% of AI implementations show zero return on investment. And it's because most people can't even identify where to implement AI in their businesses. They're just like players randomly pressing buttons hoping to win. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to win at the AI game, how to measure your current stats, which AI tools actually move the needle, and the exact strategy that I use to eliminate low-value tasks for myself and my clients. Plus, at the end, if you stick around, you'll get my free implementation checklist. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Toby Fox Mason. I run an AI solutions agency called Ashgrove AI that I started in early 2025 when I transitioned from running a social media marketing agency for the past 4 years. I build custom AI integrated softwares for clients such as UCLA Health and Saudi Arabia Ministry of Health, and I've saved clients a lot in operational costs over the past 6 months. And the difference that I have compared to all the other AI implementation experts in this field is that I've learned how to play the game first. I'm a natural strategist and I actually come from a non-technical background, so I learned everything from the ground up. Now, think of yourself or your business as a character with measurable stats. You have your skills level, which is your expertise and your judgment capabilities, the time available, hours you can dedicate to high value work, and the current output, which is your revenue per hour that you can generate. The problem is that most people are actually stuck using only their base stats. And now when it comes to your base stats, I like to put it to an average hourly rate because Alex Hormozi says, focus on the $10,000 an hour activities and eliminate the $10 an hour ones. Because previously, boosting your average hourly rate required large amount of capital or multiple people who lend you their labor in exchange for your capital. But now you can spend less capital to borrow unlimited labor in the form of code with the advent of ChatGPT. Now, here's why AI changes the game completely. You have skills amplification. AI can handle low to medium judgment tasks, freeing you for your expert level work that you get paid more for. It has a time multiplication effect. You automate hours of work into just minutes and has an output acceleration effect where you can get paid 10 times more for the same expertise, essentially all because AI doesn't replace your skills. It amplifies them exponentially. Again, it increases your average hourly rate. Why do you think the top CEOs get paid so much as compared to where you are right now? Because they are paid extremely heavily for their judgments and the results that they can produce, not the actual work that they are doing with their hands. Now, as a side note, Naval Ravikant, if you know this guy, again, you're in great company. We live in an age of infinite leverage and the economic rewards for genuine intellectual curiosity have never been higher. Again, intellectual curiosity, not how much work you actually get done in a day. So let's move on to a little example here. Let's say your hour is worth $100 and you spend 20 hours a week on financial admin. I know I was stuck in that situation. I've just come out of that now. And the weekly cost, if you're spending 20 hours a week at $100 an hour, is $2,000. Which is an annual opportunity cost of $104,000. Most people, including myself recently, were burning a hole in their pocket that didn't need to be there or doesn't need to be there, right? Now, you could pay a traditional bookkeeper $3,000 a month or $36,000 a year, but that still requires your oversight and is limited to business hours. Or you can invest in an AI financial agent, which is a higher upfront cost of $5,000 and $300 a month retainer, but has a total annual cost of $8,600 for the first year. And then the second year, going forward after that, is only going to be $3,600 because you only have the monthly maintenance fee. This, in the first year alone, saves you $27,400 that you can reinvest to leverage your average hourly rate ever more higher. And here's where it gets interesting. That extra $27,000 doesn't just sit there. Like I said, you invest it into more AI agents, more automation, higher leverage activities, Month 1, you save 20 hours and you invest in the next automation. Month 6, you save 60 hours focusing on more strategy. And month 12, you have a completely transformed operation where your hourly rate is significantly higher than it was just 12 months ago. And as you can see, this has an extremely valuable effect called the compound effect, or as Albert Einstein said, as compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And if you're not going to take it from me, take it from this guy. Now, all of this seems very easy. It seems very logical. It seems very straightforward. But how do you actually do it? Well, my simple formula is that you need to have the right strategy. You need to actually know what you're optimizing for. You need to have the right vehicle, right? Choose the best implementation path. And then thirdly, you need to have the right tools. You need to have AI agents that actually work. And most people fail because they're missing at least one of these. I know Ferrari is, but that's a conversation for another day. Now, the first pillar here, like I said, is the right strategy. Strategy equals having a clear plan before you start implementing. And what you can see here on the screen is the actual template that I use for myself and my clients to find and create the right AI implementation strategy. And again, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give you that as well. Pillar 2 is the right vehicle. Not all AI implementations are created equal. There are higher impact targets than others. Repetitive, rule-based processes, data collection and analysis, customer communication workflows, and administrative and operational tasks are all where the largest benefits came from operational automation. As MIT found, largest benefits came from operational automation, not flashy marketing tools, and there'll be more on that later. So, where should you start? Start with the high impact, low risk, email filtering and responses, data entry and reporting, appointment scheduling, basic customer inquiries, and then save the high impact, higher complexity tasks for later. And the higher impact, higher complexity work that you should save for later includes strategic decision making, creative work, and complex problem solving. Now, pillar 3 is the right tools. This is where most people get it wrong, so you should pay attention. Most people either try to build everything themselves, which was actually a leading cause of why 95% of people fail in the MIT study. Other people buy random AI tools without strategy, and others are just simply waiting for the perfect solution. But the real winners here are the ones that buy proven off-the-shelf solutions or partner with third-party vendors in order to implement quickly. Now, when it comes to my personal tool stack, after I implemented those 3 pillars, I decided to automate my Upwork outreach, as that was my primary lead source at the time, and I was spending 2 hours a day filtering jobs for the past 24 hours, where some of them I would actually end up applying a full 24 hours late, significantly reducing the chance that I would get a meeting from that proposal. So I created a custom Upwork automation, as you can see in the flow here, that cost me $2,000 to set up and generated me 5 to 10 qualified calls a week, whereas in the past, I was only generating 2 to 3 calls a week. And the best part about this is that I was actually getting a lower reply rate, but was able to apply to many more jobs, so my volume negated luck. And if you want to see a little bit more about the AI economics that I use to find AI solutions in my own business and my client's business, I'll be coming out with a video in a week from today on that. And the principle here is that strategic investment in tools creates exponential efficiency gains. Now, some common implementation mistakes I see is that people try building everything in-house. Like I said, MIT proves that this has a 95% failure rate. Others are waiting for the perfect solution. I'll be honest, your competitors aren't like myself. They're focusing on flashy over functional. They try and do marketing and things like this, but you need to just work on the back-end processes. Now, to reiterate, the common implementation mistakes that I see and have been seen in studies is that people building everything in-house tend to fail. People waiting for the perfect solution never actually get on the bandwagon, and their competitors end up getting an economic edge and beating them out. And others just simply focus on flashy over functional. Back of office solutions work lots better than marketing and sales solutions that are flashy and drive clear ROI to the bottom line, as opposed to creating operational efficiency, which increases your bottom line. But overall, the people that are winning are implementing satisfactory solutions right now. They're not waiting for the perfect solution or trying to create the perfect solution. that never ships. So I touched on it just a minute ago. The compound effect is in full swing when you implement satisfactory back office solutions. Small leverage gains compound over time. Month 1 is automate email, save 8 hours a week. Month 3, add a scheduling agent, 15 hours a week. Month 6, implement customer service bots, saving 25 hours a week. Month 12, your entire operational foundation is transformed. So hopefully I'm drilling this in here. Now, if you're ready to create your implementation roadmap based on my strategies, then you have a link to my free template in the description below. Now, the simple game here that I want to reiterate and put into your mind as principle is a clear strategy plus the right implementation plus proven tools equals systematic results. So it's up to you now to determine your next move. Grab your free implementation template, but if you want more advanced third-party vendor solutions, you can book a strategy call down below the link in description, right beneath the free implementation template. With that being said, I appreciate your time. I'll see you on the next one.